Welcome back, live on White Mountains today from North Conway Village, joined in studio now by the folks from Believe in Books Literacy Foundation. I've got Nate Sawyer and A.O. Lucy. Thank you for joining me. Did I get that right? Believe in Books Literacy Foundation.
Correct.
What is Believe in Books Literacy Foundation?
Well, Believe Literacy is what we do.
It is what we do.
And it is who we are.
And it's what I strive for.
How's that for a byline? The Believe in Books Literacy Foundation is a local foundation. We've been in existence for about 20 years now. We do mostly children's programs for our outreach. So we go out and we, during the school calendar year, we go out about 5 times and visit about 60 preschools and kindergartens throughout the North Country of New Hampshire and a little bit into Western Maine. We do children's theater shows. We do a Bookmobile was brand new this summer, so we had a summer to make sure that the summer reading, continued as best as possible. And we handed out over 4,000 books.
Sure
did. You know that?
Yeah.
And that was really successful, and we're really happy with that. So we'll do that again next year. Those are our main programs. I'm forgetting something. I'm forgetting a bunch of things. But we do a lot of outreach programs, character reading programs, and anytime we go out anywhere, pretty much, we give out books. And we love to have the children choose their own, so we have a variety of titles.
Yep.
And
It's so great. Yeah.
it's amazing.
It is, as my kids are ravenous readers, and it's so rewarding in this day and age to see kids really look forward to reading and seeing it as something they choose to do instead of have to do. They're totally fascinated by the stories that they're reading right now, and so due in large part to programs like yours that get books in kids' hands and make it enjoyable to read.
Our main we try to with our outreach programs we focus mostly on preschool age.
Correct.
That's the age when is most impressionable and start those good and healthy habits.
Yep.
And to see these kids hold a book as a possession is very cool.
And especially in this day and age when
Yeah.
more and more things are digital too, to have something that is tangible in your hand, it seems like a
And we're not anti-electronic because it's the world we live in, but a book you can have and to hold, and it's just a great thing. So we try to get that started. We also have our office, and our main location is in Intervale. Mm-hmm. We have our office, and we have a theater, which Nate might talk about, and we have the 100 Acre Wood.
So you guys have a great facility, great resources, and you guys use those to put on great events as fundraisers. We're going to talk about a bunch of those right now.
Yeah.
The biggest one is tomorrow.
Tomorrow, Monday morning, Labor Day, we are going to be at Storyland.
Sure are.
Fun Run.
Nice shirt. I like the colors.
Fun Run at Storyland. The Memorial Hospital is the major supporter of this, and this is kind of their iconic thing, and we implement it and get the net proceeds for our literacy programs. But we will be there, and you can sign up. Registration starts at 7:30, I believe, if you haven't already signed up online. I'm sorry, it's not 7:30.
It's 8 a.m.
8 a.m. Yeah, don't get there too early. And the pavement hopefully will be almost dry because we're going to have rain. It looks
clearing out
pretty
after
good.
midnight, they say, so it'll have a little time to dry and some puddles to splash. And they're kids. They like that stuff.
So the fun run is you get to run inside Storyland in the park. It's before it opens, so it's an early gig.
Right.
And every entry gets a free day. So tomorrow you get a free day in Storyland.
So the kids get free
tickets.
tickets.
Get free tickets.
And they get to run in Storyland. So I know as a parent, I'm always like, don't run. Tomorrow I'll be, run.
Go.
It's pretty fun. We have there's 4 different races for 4 different age groups, 0 through 12, I believe. 12-year-old, I think, is the largest group. And it's pretty fast-paced once it gets going.
Yeah.
And we expect upwards of 400 entries. So there's a lot of people.
It's turned into a huge event, and you talked about getting kids involved in good, healthy habits at an early age. This is another, I know, initiative by Memorial Hospital to
Yeah.
do that. And you guys help out. I know there are characters there, and Storyland's characters are all in the parking lot. So kids, it's kind of like a magical experience. They're just, they feel like they're at the Olympics or something, and there's all these people they look up to, these characters,
Right.
Encouraging them.
It's pretty much Disney North,
Yeah. Yeah.
without using the word, because we're not
Yeah.
really we're not really into Disney, but we do our own thing. So that's partially what we do. We do a lot of different things, and we do. I'm glad you brought that up, because not only do we focus on reading and being that, but healthy.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of our activities in our 100-acre wood, we have 1 or 2 storybook trails.
Yep.
And they're about a quarter, half mile maybe, one of them. And we post pages of books on posts, and you go on the trail and read as you go.
And the kids, I've brought my kids on that before, and they love it, and they sprint to the next one.
Yeah.
I was talking to Nate earlier about how my daughter, who's only 7, did a 5K race. And the first time we went through, it was okay, because I could encourage her, oh, you got to see this hill that's over the horizon. There's always something to see. The second time we did it, she was like, I've seen the whole thing. I don't need to keep going. I'm just going to walk backwards or something. With the storybook trail, it encourages kids to keep going. They just want to keep moving. And so they're getting exercise. They're outdoors, but they're also having fun, and they're always looking forward to the next stage of the adventure. So
It works, and it gets the family out, and it's key.
we're going to talk about theater camp in just a little bit, Nate.
Awesome.
Another big event coming up in a couple of weeks is the 100-acre challenge.
100-acre challenge is September 23rd. That's in 3 weeks from yesterday, right?
Yeah.
From yesterday.
You're correct.
And this will be our 5th year, I think.
I think you're right.
Yeah, we're not very.
You answer
we're the
every-
wrong people to come with the facts.
Every
but-
sentence ends in a question mark.
Yeah, I know.
No.
Well, what can I say? So the 100-acre challenge is an obstacle race. It's a 5K track, or if you will, through the woods, and we're going to have over 20 obstacles. And this is our 5th year. Got that right this time. And most of the obstacles, it's kind of like, I don't know what all the, the Spartan races and all that stuff, they contrive everything, they make everything, it's man-made obstacles and stuff like that. Well, ours are somewhat man-made, but we use the dirt and the water and the logs and the bushes and the hills that are in our 100-acre wood. So
Nice.
It's gritty.
we just kind of get our stuff in, and we've had many contestants that have said, hey, this is much better than some of these other races that are out there. And the best part is they're having fun.
Nice.
They really have fun. And so we have music and a little bit of after party. And
Yeah, I was looking at all the details, and it seems like this has evolved into a festival almost.
it's getting there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to have food truck.
Food trucks this
We're
year?
gonna have a
Yeah.
food truck. We're gonna have Shark Martin playing live music. What else? We always.
Well, the night before, the Rogues,
that's
the
right.
American Rogues, who we've had a number of these times, they come, and they're going to do a concert Friday night in the theater, and then they're going to be there. This is really cool. We have a pond in our property, and a lot of the mud stuff and whatnot is kind of around it, so it's a great viewing spot. Anyway, the American Rogues is a Celtic band, and they usually bring drums. This is just for the race. I mean, they have a full concert Friday night, but during the race, they're on the pond with bagpipes and drums,
Wow.
and it just echoes over the whole land. It's really cool to
Very
hear
cool.
that stuff going on. Yeah,
That sounds awesome. The Rogues, if you want to see them on Friday night in the theater, you probably want to get tickets early, because I know these guys are popular.
they're good. Yeah, they're global,
They
right?
are. Yeah.
All over the
And
place.
I think, and I believe it's $25 pre-sale or $35 day of. So definitely get your tickets ahead.
Ahead.
Well,
So we do a lot of things, and those are the fun things. These are everything we do, the net proceeds goes to literacy,
Yeah.
our literacy program. So, the maple syrup is something we also do on our property, and it's another educational process. So during sugaring season, we are doing tours, bringing people into the sugar house,
I like it's almost like mug-like for people who really
Well, that's-
like their maple syrup.
That's why we brought that particular thing, because we knew you would like that, Chris.
I do,
Yeah.
and as much as I like it, we're going to give it away to a viewer in the next segment.
Yeah, that's great. But know
It
that
may have been opened, but
Just a little.
it's much better than coffee or anything. Although I put it in everything. Cereal, coffee, that's what it's for.
well, that is a great ingredient.
But it's
All
a
natural.
better, maple syrup, by the way, is the healthiest product on the earth, man-made or natural.
I think, yes.
I'm serious. They've figured that out. It's got like 57 minerals and all this kind of stuff, and it's natural.
Well, if you want to cut sugar from your diet, use maple syrup as a sweetener substitute. And,
And they've even
I've had it in
started
my coffee and everything. It's good.
Yeah.
they've even started using it to help diabetics, which makes no sense that you give a diabetic sugar.
I'm just nodding my head because I have no idea.
But apparently, studies say they're beginning to introduce this, and it's working for some levels of diabetics. Yeah,
And it's
learn
this
new
is New Hampshire maple syrup.
and
this
it's
isn't
darn good.
This isn't Canadian maple syrup sold in New Hampshire. It comes from up the street.
That's
No,
right.
truly, everything comes from the property. It's great.
Okay, theater. We got to get there because
Yeah,
we're running
sorry.
a little bit long. But you guys have been having some great theater camps all summer, and you're going to extend that
Yeah.
into the fall.
So this summer we started with a theater camp, and where kids ages 7 to 14 could come and experience bringing a story to life. So, as with our outreach, we always bring stories to them and make the characters come to life. And now they get to come to our place and be the characters and make those stories a reality. And so we did. We had 4 weeks of camp, and it was a lot of fun. And we've actually extended it into the school year, and we're going to start doing we're going to try some shows. And we actually have auditions coming up on the 8th and 9th of September for Into the Woods Junior, which Theater in the Woods, Into the Woods. Feels like
I like that. That makes
Into the
sense.
Woods, yeah.
Into the Woods, and that's a story on like Red Riding Hood, right? Isn't
It's
that?
it's Cinderella, Little Red Riding Hood, Jack the Beanstalk, and the story of Rapunzel all intertwined.
Mixed it perfect.
Yeah.
And now, if someone wants to audition for this, are they looking for certain ages? Tell me about who should come and audition.
Oh, ages are for kids ages 7 to 18. It's for basically anyone in grade school. And we're gonna have auditions are we're gonna have auditions on the 8th and the 9th. And what do you need?
Do you need some maple
some of
syrup?
that?
Need some maple syrup, probably. And we're going to sing a little, dance a little. It's very low key. It's really just about bringing kids together and introducing them to the stage and making the magic of the story come
And
to
a
life.
real theater, real stage.
Yeah.
It's such
Yeah.
a nice facility.
Yeah. And so this is the practices and whatnot are after school.
Correct.
Or I mean, it's not during the.
It's not
regular
during the
day.
school year,
Yeah.
and it's like an after school activity. So you could still have your after school activities and still come to rehearsal. The rehearsals will be about 3 times a week, and people will only be called when they're supposed to be working. Nobody likes their time wasted. So we enjoy working with kids and actually working with them, not like calling everybody and having them sit in the room and be like, I'm going to work with this one person, and you guys can sit and do homework or something.
Great. And that's one of the hardest tasks. I applaud, kudos to all the teachers out there who are starting their
great.
year, because one 7-year-old is tough. I can't imagine dealing with 10, 20 7-year-olds at a time. So kudos to you too.
That's great.
Yeah, we're
When
gonna
is
have fun.
there a day for the show already on the schedule?
The performances we're looking at October 27th and 28th.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
right before Halloween.
but a 2-month commitment.
Yeah, it's great.
Before
That sounds good.
Halloween. We're already. Our
We're kinda-
colors are getting there.
we're
You
getting
guys,
there.
I like those. Those
Yeah.
are sharp.
So every entry tomorrow gets one of these T-shirts.
Sure
Nice.
does.
Right?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Correct.
All right. So you get to run through Storyland. You get a free Storyland ticket for participants, and the kids get a T-shirt. So
Yeah,
it.
everybody and everybody gets a medal.
Everybody gets a medal.
say that?
There's all winners, yeah.
and you get to hug all your favorite
Oh, there's
storybook
going to be
characters.
so many characters there.
Bring your autograph book. All right. So to recap, if you're just tuning in, the fun run at Storyland tomorrow. Be there at what time?
8-ish for registration. 8 to 8:30 is when you register. The first race kicks off at 8:45, and there's a lot of folks there, so we've got to be prompt.
Free for kids. Plus they get a free Storyland ticket.
Yep.
And so it's a win-win-win-win-win situation.
Right?
And fun.
Your health, it's
And it's fun run.
And it's fun run.
It's fun.
And it's a great, something great that Believe in Books is involved in. And if you want
And
to...
the Memorial Hospital, don't forget the Memorial Hospital. It really fits in great with their trying to get kids active in their programs and whatnot. And so it's a great combo for the Literacy Foundation, the hospital, and Storyland. It's like magic.
100 Acre Challenge, Rogues Concert, Into the Woods Theater, for children's theater coming up. If you want more information on this, go to...
BelieveInBooks.org.
And we wouldn't even talk about Journey to the North Pole.
Oh, yeah.
That's
really the biggie. But everything is on our website. Go to our Facebook. We've got a lot. And you'll see every year of the Fun Run, we have a different color shirt.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe on our Facebook page, there's some of our staff
Yep.
at Storyland with multiple colors from past years.
nice.
Yeah, make sure to like us on Facebook. We actually
Yeah.
give away a lot on Facebook.
We do.
And talk a lot all the time because, it's always updating.
And we give away books once in a while.
Oh, all the time.
And you have great programs, so it's a great way to stay on top of what's happening at Believe in Books. And again, we haven't talked about the Journey to the North Pole. That's a huge event.
We will.
We'll have to have you on again.
We'll get there.
We'll have to come back.
All right, Ao and Nate, thank you so much for joining us this morning. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, whether more watch and win, including your chance to win this homemade Intervale maple syrup from the 100 Acre Woods. Stay tuned.